City of, all right, now I gotta do a cut in. So, we'll be back. All right. Let's do this. Alright, severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Lancaster, Seward, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass until 7:30 p.m. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So I'm going to do a quick cut in here, and so you can watch me on channel 8 if you have that, or online. Let's see. Okay. Going to let this go live. But I'm going to be in front of the green screen, so you probably won't hear me. That's a whole lot of severe thunderstorm warning right there. Okay. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got plenty of time. It's not to Lincoln yet. Severe thunderstorm warning goes for Lincoln until 7:30. So I mean, we've got a lot of time here. So I'm going to keep setting some stuff up. And I may go back and forth between a few different things here. Let's see. Let's do this. Do this. No, that's not what I want. Okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I didn't have my IFB on. Okay, okay. Let's just do, I'm going to do it this way. I may go out to the green screen eventually, but not right now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me make sure I have everything here until 7:15, 7:15, 7, 7. These are done. Okay, we're gonna do a lot of stuff here. So Lancaster, Seward, Saline, Butler, Saunders, Cass until 7:30. Moving southeast. Okay, Clay, York, Fillmore 7:15. East of 40. Franklin, Webster, Kearney. And I want to get this up so I can see this. Okay, I think we're ready to go whenever you guys are. Okay. Okay guys, we're doing a severe thunderstorm live right now. Good evening, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins with the Storm Alert team here at Channel 8. We've got a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings going on and lots to go through, so we're going to do a few. We're going to be on air for a while. Lancaster County and some areas surrounding are under a severe thunderstorm warning through the next 45 minutes or so. So here's, we're going to go through a couple of different ones here. And remember, there's a severe thunderstorm watch in place until 10 p.m., but here's the latest. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County, Seward, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass County. This goes until 7:30 this evening. Severe thunderstorm was located from about Malmo to 4 miles southeast of Weston, or to 3 miles northeast of Garland, and 3 miles west of Beaver Crossing, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. 70 mile per hour wind gust associated with this, and quarter-size hail. Also in the same area, Clay, York, Fillmore County, that's until 7:15. That's moving east at 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and half-dollar size hail associated with that one. I'm going to put this into motion so you can kind of see where it's headed. It's right, I mean, taking a beeline right towards the capital city. So Franklin, Webster, Adams, this is one right there that my face was covering, so let me move that a little bit. This is Franklin, Webster, Adams, and Kearney County until 7:15 for quarter-size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Earlier, northwestern Lancaster, Seward, Butler, and Saunders, and it's still in effect, severe thunderstorm warning until 7:15 for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Let's see, York, Merrick, and Polk County, that goes until 7 p.m., so just a few more minutes left on that for half-dollar size hail. And southwestern Butler County also for 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail. So, like I said, there's a lot going on, but it's this cluster of storms right here that really just ballooned up and is now making a beeline towards the capital city. So let's we're going to zoom in on a couple of spots. This one, I just want to talk about this one real quick. It had a report of tennis ball size hail, I believe, from the National Weather Service not too long ago. So these storms are going to ramp up quick, and it diminished quick. You notice there, I'm going to stop this and move it back just a little bit, about right there. This was at about 6:24. Looks like that was the strongest part of that storm. And then so it likely pulsed up and then pulsed back down, and it had a very large hail. So keeping an eye on that one. And then these storms too, notice this one between Sutton, Exeter, and Shickley, just west of Tobias, is kind of taking a dive to the south. And then here's the capital city right here, and here's the storms headed right to it. I mean, it's just like turning into the capital city. So 70 mile per hour wind is probably going to be your main concern for Lancaster County, as well as Seward County, Saline County, moving towards Butler, Saunders County. You notice that I'm not seeing anything that of like these, the heavy, if you see my arrow right there, the maroon or the purples, when you stop seeing a lot of that, which I'm not really seeing here, that means it's just heavy rain, which fantastic. We need the rain, that's fine, we'll take whatever we can get. What this generally means is that there's a lot of wind. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look at the wind velocity here real quick and see, it looks like there's some embedded wind where you see the brighter colors embedded within these storms, like right there and right west of Wahoo and right near Dwight, maybe even over here towards west of Seward. Those areas are likely where you're seeing wind gusts that are on the higher side. So I'm going to kind of zoom in here a little bit. And we've got plenty of time. This severe thunderstorm warning goes until 7:30, and we're going to stay on for everybody because I just think with everybody doing what they're doing today, it's likely a good idea to for everybody to just kind of know what they're up against here. And I'll take my my mug off of the TV there. So let's I'm gonna. So that's a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, that's great. Let me clear that off. And there we go. Okay, that's 40 miles per hour, 41 miles per hour. There's one that's 55 miles per hour just west of Wahoo. That one right there, not too bad, 22 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. So yeah, once they're just embedded, it's not the entire line yet, but we're seeing 44 to 55, 46 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts. So there is why we're seeing this whole thing with a severe thunderstorm warning, because areas, pockets have wind in excess of 50 miles per hour. So that is not surprising. So let me zoom back out. This whole thing is a severe thunderstorm warning. That's a large severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. We're going to measure that. You don't see 95-mile length severe thunderstorm warnings very often, and that usually is indicative of a wind issue, and that's exactly what we have going on right now. So if you have friends or family that are outside right now lighting fireworks, I'm hearing them right now. I'm in Southwest Lincoln, and I can hear fireworks outside. And you know, here's Southwest Lincoln, and the storms are 20 miles away, and they're moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. So do the math, and that's about a half an hour that you have to get inside. So here's the radar loop. You can see these are headed right towards the capital city. Friend likely seeing some rain. Seward seeing some stronger storms rolling through right now. Over towards Richardson, Wahoo, David City, all seeing these strong storms. And then there's this one over towards Red Cloud, just south of Hastings, as that looks like it's ramping up even more so as the evening progresses. So also keep in mind, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch for a good portion of the state of Nebraska. In fact, it looks like it was expanded there just a little bit. Let me see what that information is. So severe thunderstorm watch, yeah, it was pushed west just a little bit. That little bubble there near Grand Island, this right here wasn't there before. So severe thunderstorm watch has been expanded a little bit, and I'm assuming it goes in, let's see, till 10 p.m. So, and also southeast Nebraska. So, and that goes until 1 a.m. So severe thunderstorm watches have been expanded and now include all of central and all of eastern Nebraska. So now a new severe thunderstorm warning for York and Polk County. So we'll go back to what we were doing here. York and Polk County until 7:15. There it is. It's right in the middle of everything. York and Polk County until 7:15 for golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. It looks like the public was reporting that golf ball size hail was reported northeast of Waco at 6:57. This thunderstorm is located near Utica. That's 12 miles east of York, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So this is a long line of storms, and it's moving east at 30 miles per hour. So let's do this. Put a line on this and pull it over 30 miles an hour. So Wahoo just before 7 p.m. So right now it's on its doorstep. Ceresco at 7:06, Crete 7:10, the Lincoln Airport about 10 or 15 minutes. Smithfield Plant at 7:15, UNL campus at 7:17, the center of Lincoln by 7:22, and East High, Lincoln East at 7:26. And that's give or take. Don't take these verbatim or by gospel, because these storms can move quickly and then slow down, and then move quickly and then slow down. So just keep in mind that over the next half hour, this is going to move east and move into Lancaster County and affect the city of Lincoln, Crete, Wilbur, Tobias, Hallam, places like that. So zoom out a little bit and show you the rest of the state of Nebraska. I want to show you all of this. In fact, you can see there's a lot going on. And I'll put this into motion. And almost every storm that gets going becomes severe almost immediately. And this one storm, in fact, this one, I'll point it out to you. This one right here took about 15 minutes to go severe. It went from nothing to severe in 15 minutes. So that's how fast these storms are happening. I'm going to put on the lightning there. I'm going to stop it, and we're going to count just in the state of Nebraska how many lightning bolts there are. (1,466). That is a lot of lightning bolts. So folks, if you are anywhere where you see a lightning bolt, which is a good chunk of eastern and southeastern Nebraska and south central Nebraska, you don't want to be outside. Lightning can strike within 10 to 20 miles of a storm in itself, so it doesn't even have to be raining on you. Lightning can still strike wherever you are located. So lightning is a big hazard, but also I'm getting reports of train spotters reporting golf ball size hail in York County. So we're talking about golf ball size hail here. We're going to zoom into to York County, and let's see. So it would be this area right here that is seeing golf ball size hail between York and Seward, is likely seeing big hail. I'm going to zoom way in here. Utica, Beaver Crossing, between York, Utica, and Beaver Crossing. Seward, I would get inside. You should be inside now. There's heavy rain and lots of lightning going on. Look how close it is to the Lincoln Airport now. This is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour, so it's just a matter of time before the city of Lincoln is inundated with all of this heavy rain and possibly some large hail. Again, this area, if you're just joining us, has golf ball size hail reported with it. And it wouldn't surprise me if this area has quarter size hail. And this area probably has nickel size hail in it. So let me zoom out so we can get a bird's eye view of all of these storms. So if you have a good idea of where you're at, this is where the storms are and this is where they're headed. So everything is moving southeast to east around 30 miles per hour. Looks like we have an update there. $50 size hail in Phillips County in Kansas, in north central Kansas. Let's see. The severe thunderstorm warning for Butler and Lancaster County, as well as, let's see, Lancaster, northern Seward, southeastern Butler, and western Saunders County. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail as this storm moves southeast at 25 miles per hour. So slow down just a little bit, which storms like to do. So so here's what's going on, everybody. We've got severe thunderstorm watch. This is in place. I'm going to show you that graphic here real quick. We have a severe thunderstorm watch for a good portion of central Nebraska and eastern Nebraska. In fact, I'm going to clear some things out here and kind of show you in a little more detail what's going on. So this area highlighted as new. This southeastern Nebraska was not in the severe thunderstorm watch. So Gage County, Jefferson, Pawnee, Johnson, Otoe County, and areas south and east, a new severe thunderstorm watch until 1 a.m. This one was in place already till 10 p.m., so another few hours left on that. This one for southwestern Nebraska until midnight, and then parts of the Panhandle and Colorado, that goes until 11 p.m. Mountain Time, which is midnight for Central Daylight Time. So clearing all that out, a lot of the states, central Nebraska, eastern Nebraska, seeing severe weather, and here it is. And this is all moving to the south and east. Now, as these move south and east, notice we may not be done after this initial line goes through. So you have all of this going on right here, but this is coming too. Look at that expanding into south central and southwest Nebraska. So this is going to try to move this way. So overnight, after this initial line of storms moves through, after this frontal boundary eventually pushes this way and this way, that's great. That should take a lot of the severe weather with it. Okay, so through 10 p.m. for a good portion of that severe thunderstorm watch, and then 1 a.m. for southeast, the extreme southeastern corner of the state, including Gage and as well as Pawnee and Richardson County. That all moves south and east. So that's that. As soon as that's out of our hair, that'll be well and good. But then more rain, more storms going to come our way. They should be sub-severe. Should be. I mean, it's Nebraska, so take that for what it's worth. Let's see. Okay. We should be streaming. If you have friends and family that can't watch us on TV, streaming on a couple of different spots. I believe on our Channel 8 Facebook page, we should be streaming live. Also streaming on my YouTube channel, Rusty WX, streaming there as well. And just so you know, there's other places if in case friends and family aren't able to watch where you're at. But if you live in the city of Lincoln, it's really close right now, and that's why we're on air. Seward, you're likely seeing some very heavy rain. Where we see these pink spots, this right here between York and Seward, likely seeing some large hail. In fact, we were getting reports of golf ball size hail. Okay, just checking with the National Weather Service to see if there was any new information. But where we're seeing these pink and even the brighter colors there, even the white, that means that there's some strong storms. So Shickley towards Tobias, just southwest of Exeter. Then this storm moving right over Blue Hill. Notice that earlier scan right there. You see that? Let me go back in time a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. That right there, that white. This right here at 6:24. I was seeing reports of tennis ball size hail. So these storms are packing a punch, and they can get very severe very quickly. They ramp up quick, but then they come back down and aren't as severe for the whole time. So these storms they're kind of it's an interesting thing to watch. Notice what's happening right here. Try to fill in. And then it kind of spread apart as it moved towards Highway 6 there, and then it's rebuilding on the other side of York. So that's an interesting thing this storm is trying to do. It is, this cluster I think is going to head south, while this is a brand new cluster, and that's going to move right towards the city of Lincoln. Now with these storms, large hail, damaging wind, and we have had 1 or 2 tornado warnings. That was early on, and I'm not expecting many more, maybe 1 or 2. And there was a bolt of lightning there here in southwest Lincoln, so the storms are basically here. So since I heard a bolt of lightning, and I know it was a bolt of lightning because it didn't sound much like a firework, that means anybody in the city of Lincoln should be inside now. You might as well just give up on the fireworks, give up. If you're outside, you probably can't hear me anyway, but if you're inside watching this and you have friends and family outside blowing things up, yell at them, tell them to come inside. It's time, it really is. And we're just too close to this storm. And I'm gonna put this lightning on here and go, now, look at all of that. Look how close that lightning is. And this is probably, this one right here is probably the one I just heard, or these right here. So they're close enough. When you see lightning bolts that are, let's see how far away this closest one is to Lincoln, 10 miles. So within 20 miles, lightning can strike within 20 miles of the parent thunderstorm, and that's exactly where we're at right now. So we're past the time when people should be coming in, because look at all that lightning. I mean, just this area right here is incredible of how much lightning there is. In fact, there is, in that one chunk, almost 1,000 bolts of lightning. 1,000 bolts of lightning just west of Lincoln. That's a lot. So it's going to get very noisy in the city of Lincoln very soon. So you don't really need fireworks. You got Mother Nature to do it for you. So just incredible how, look at all of those lights. They're showing up. Every time you see one of those headlight showing up, that means that it's a new bolt of lightning. It's just incredible how fast they're happening. So once again, if you're just joining us, and I will get us back to programming here, the severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster, Seward, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass goes until 7:30. So about 20 minutes left on that. So I'm going to remove the lightning. Just if you see a storm, just assume there's lightning with it. I'm going to put this into motion so you can see which way it's headed. Try to zoom out far enough so you can get an idea of what's happening here. So severe thunderstorm warning for York and Polk County until 7:15. That's golf ball size hail reported with that storm and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The Lancaster, Seward, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass County, that severe thunderstorm warning goes until 7:30. Storm is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Shelf cloud, seeing that a shelf cloud just passed over Branched Oak Lake. You know what, I kind of want to see that. So let's see if we can, I'm going to bring up some of our live cams here. And bring that one up there. It will fill in. It's got to think about it for a second. It's not completely dark out, I assure you. Okay, there we go. That's over the capital city right now. And I'm still seeing fireworks, you guys. Lots of them, actually. I know everybody wants to blow up their stuff. I get it, but there's a shelf cloud coming through. Look at that. You can see it right there. Okay, it looks like we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Madison, Pierce, and Antelope County. No, that's not right. For Clay, Knuckles, Franklin, Webster, Adams, and Kearney County until 8 p.m. So once again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Clay, Knuckles, Franklin, Webster, and Adams and Kearney County until 8 p.m. for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch size hail. But that's just, this is a very obvious shelf cloud moving across the city of Lincoln now. In fact, I kind of want to see if I can move this a little bit. Look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness. Shelf cloud moving through the capital city right now. Looks like we have another severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Clay, northeastern Knuckles, York, Hamilton, Fillmore, and Thayer until 8 p.m. Also for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 1.25 inches. So just a little bit bigger than this quarter, 25 cents. But shelf cloud moving over the capital city right now. Not well-defined shelf cloud, which gives me hope that we're not going to see 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which is certainly possible. But let's see. Let's look at the. We're going to try to look at a couple of different ones here. Sometimes they take just a little bit to load. So if it looks like your TV froze up, that's just my camera switching over. This is the Honda of Lincoln one, looking south and west. It looks like we're seeing the edge of that shelf cloud. Let's look at the Owl Communications one here. Bring that one up. That usually has a pretty good shot of downtown Lincoln from the east to west. Yeah, look at the storms rolling in there. So that's at South 21st and L Street. You can see the wind is really whipping around now, though, really starting to move into downtown Lincoln. I want to see the ABC Seamless one. This is This is in the northeastern corner on Cornhusker, right there, and you can see the shaking of the camera with that as that storm moves into the capital city. And very ominous. Look how dark it is on that side of town. I'm starting to hear the building here at in Southwest Lincoln, the KLKN building creak. That tells me that we are seeing the wind starting to push into the capital city. So severe thunderstorm watch till 10 p.m. for most of southeast Nebraska, but also southeastern Nebraska, including Gage, Pawnee, Johnson, and Nemaha County, and Richardson until 1 a.m. New severe thunderstorm warning now for Lancaster County, western Sarpy, northeastern Odo. That's the blinking yellow box there. That's for Cass, Saunders, Odo, Lancaster, Sarpy County until 8 p.m. Let's see, some of the spots include Louisville, Elmwood, Roca, Hickman, Springfield, Weeping Water, Bennett, Cedar Creek, Panama, Avoca, and Douglas until 8 p.m. Let's see, this is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So I'm going to zoom in on that. So that's the new one right there. Does include the city of Lincoln. So it's basically this whole line right here. So this is going to be a severe thunderstorm moving through the city of Lincoln. We haven't seen one in a while, and it does happen, and it's going to happen this evening. So get inside now, folks. If you are outside, or you have friends outside, and I know there's some people out there that are blowing off fireworks still, because I can see them on our live cam. Please get everybody inside, because hail and damaging wind is definitely going to be a possibility. And with sparks flying and as dry as it's been lately, I know we've seen some rain in recent memory, but it's still dry. We're still in a drought. So blowing these sparks around while 70 mile per hour winds are out is not the best idea. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to kind of zoom in here and zoom out just a little bit and let everybody know what's going on in case you're just joining us. This is a new severe thunderstorm right here for Cass, Lancaster, Odo, Sarpy, Cass, Saunders until 8 p.m. This one continues for Butler, Lancaster, Saunders, Seward. Let me see. Lancaster, Seward, Saline, Butler, Saunders, and Cass until 7:30 p.m. That's a long severe thunderstorm warning. Then Clay, Fillmore, Hamilton, and York. That goes until 8 p.m. as well. So all kinds of new severe thunderstorm warnings going on. Basically, if you are anywhere near this line of storms, and it's basically this whole thing right here, is going to be severe. And it's all moving this way. Beatrice, you're eventually going to see this. Crete, you're right on the line. Lincoln, we are starting to see it right now. Auburn, Nebraska City, you're all under the gun over the next several hours. In fact, let's do this. I want to put a squall line feature on here so we can figure out where everything is headed. So we're going to draw this line right here, and it's moving southeast. We'll say 40 to 45 miles per hour. Excuse me. So the center of UNL at 720. Or UNL campus is 720. So basically right now, center of Lincoln is 724. So it's close. Crete, 728. Tobias, 730. Blue Stem Lake at 736. Olive Creek Lake at 739. Wilbur, 743. And Hickman at 746. Give or take. These storms have been 30 miles an hour, then they'll ramp up and speed up a little bit and go 45 miles per hour. Then they'll slow down to 25 miles per hour. Then they'll speed back up. So that's just an estimate. But if you live anywhere near any of these counties that are under a severe thunderstorm warning, now is the time to take cover. So there's kind of a different look for you. Okay, so severe thunderstorm watch. I'm going to clear that out. So we have, for this area, this is the new part of the watch. They added this on after the original severe thunderstorm watch was published. So this part, the whiter shade there, goes until 1 a.m. It's a severe thunderstorm watch for basically Jefferson, Gage, Pawnee, Richardson, Nemaha, Johnson, Odo, Cass, and then up into western parts of Iowa. Now this one right here is the previous one. That goes until 10 p.m., which includes the city of Lincoln, Lancaster County, and areas for central Nebraska as well. Then this one in southwest Nebraska and Colorado and the Panhandle, even into Wyoming. That goes until 11 p.m. Mountain Time, midnight Central Daylight Time. So quite a bit going on there. And just had a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for south central Nebraska, eastern Furnace, and southwestern Harlan County. That goes until 8 p.m. They're seeing 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail associated with that. So here's the line of storms as it's moving through. It's just about ready to move into the capital city. In fact, it has just now started moving into the capital city. So there you go. So now it is directly over the Lincoln Airport, and it is making its way across. Yeah, we're getting the very strong winds here in southwest Lincoln, which is where Channel 8 is located. I can hear it outside. The wind is really whipping around. In fact, I want to know how fast those winds are, so let's take a look. Doesn't look like the radar is picking up on really fast wind speed moving into the capital city, so that's a little bit of good news there. Okay, so okay, so I'm going to take another look at this live cam as this storm rolls through the capital city. It's pretty impressive, folks. Hang on. Let me get this up here. This is our Barry Law cam here in southwest Lincoln. I was telling you how the wind was really blowing. It's really blowing. As this comes up, there you go. This is what it looks like in the capital city right now. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Okay, that's as far. People are still lighting off fireworks. That's just incredible to me. The rain is coming down very hard now in the capital city. Starting to hear some small hail possibly, but the bigger issue is going to be this wind as it moves through. Let me see if I can move around here a little bit. It's looking off to where the sun is still shining. Look at all that rain, sheets of rain just blowing over the capital city as the storm rolls through. Look at that. It's just incredible how that looks. Look at that rain just blowing through while people are still lighting fireworks. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, 60 to 70 mile per hour winds are flowing over the city of Lincoln right now, and so are fireworks. I mean, this is just incredible to see. I do not advise this. I really wish everybody would get inside and stay safe, but people are going to do what they're going to do, I guess. This is just incredible. Okay, let me direct the camera a little different here. This is looking over towards Highway 2 and over towards the penitentiary is where this is looking right now as that storm blows through. So western Sarpy, Lancaster, northwestern Odo, southeastern Saunders, and Cass County, we have a severe thunderstorm warning until 8 p.m., 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. And you can see that's 60 mile per hour winds blowing our camera around as this storm blows through the capital city. Our Barry Law cam picking up a great shot of that. looking for any other. Okay, we're gonna look at the Allocam. This one is also it's not as high up, so it's able to stay a little more stationary. Pouring rain. Can barely see the Capitol building from South 21st and L Street. Sheets of rain just coming down, and lots of wind. We're seeing very gusty winds blowing through the capital city. Okay, we better go back to radar so we can check on our friends and family and see what else is happening. So there's all the watches. I mean, that's just a mess. So we're gonna just bypass that for now because that's rather difficult to explain. And the storms are rolling through the capital city right now. So let's zoom in. There it is. We're about halfway over the capital city now. So if you live in southeast Lincoln, you might have a couple of minutes. Probably not. It's probably there by now. Eagle, Bennett, Saltillo, time to take cover. Douglas, Syracuse, Weeping Water, Ashland, Norris, Adams. So these storms are pushing through Lancaster County now with 60-mile-per-hour winds. I can barely hear myself talk now in the studio. It's loud. The rain is just being blown into our building. So let's go through these warnings here real quick. Looks like my radar disappeared. There it is. Okay. So this one, this is Sarpy, Lancaster, Odo, Saunders, and Cass until 8 p.m. It's moving southeast at 35 miles per hour with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This one, which includes Seward and Crete in the capital city. This is for Lancaster, Seward, northern Saline, southeastern Butler, southwestern Saunders, and west central Cass until, let's see, 8 p.m. Oh, until 7:30. Excuse me. 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Then this one from Hebron north. This is for Clay, Knuckles, York, Hamilton, Fillmore, and Thayer until 8 p.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind and inch and a quarter size hail. That's a $50 size. Then this one over here, which is just kind of sitting there on its own, which we'll probably see a flood issue with that. Clay, Knuckles, Franklin, Webster, Adams, Kearney until 8 p.m. for quarter-size hail. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's moving north. So think about that. This one is moving north. This one right here is moving north, and these are moving southeast at about 30 miles per hour. So just a lot of stuff going on here with these storms. It does look like we have another one over here that I don't want to miss. Our friends over there would like to know what's going on. So this one is a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Rooks, Phillips County, those are in Kansas, and then Furnace and southwestern Harlan until 8 p.m. For 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So I think that gets everybody caught up. So this storm is rolling right through the capital city now. Oh, good. Okay. So I'm looking at this, looking at our tower cam again, and it's. I have to show everybody. This is what it looks like in southwest Lincoln at Channel 8. If you're familiar with where we're at basically 10th, and we're kind of where Highway 2 turns into 10th. You can't even see. I mean, this is just how incredible it is. I'm going to tip it down just a little bit. So there you go. I'm not seeing hail, but I'm not hearing it either. I'm hearing heavy rain and a lot of wind. There's a lot of lightning out there as well, but it is just pouring. Okay, I'm going to move this over. Maybe we can get a view of maybe the Capitol building. Kind of doubt it though. Yeah, there's no way. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. That's how heavy this rain is. So we are at 7:30. It's 7:30, so let's go take a look. Some of these severe thunderstorm warnings are going to be let go at 7:30. So let's see how many are left. It's just incredible how loud it is in this building right now. The rain is just coming down, the wind is just blowing it into our building. Okay. So that one for northwestern Lancaster County has been allowed to expire. You can see they're all kind of coming to an end now. I'm going to just briefly take the sweeping radar off. That's what's left. Okay, Capital City still in the thick of a severe thunderstorm warning, along with so Lancaster. We've got Odo and Cass, and looks like Sarpy and Saunders. That's still there. So I'll bring this back. I want to see a couple of different things here. We're going to look at the velocity. Because, oh yeah, this is why, right? Look at this, you guys. Northeast Lincoln and Southeast Lincoln, that's a lot of wind. That is, okay, I gotta get rid of the warnings 1 second. Had a feeling this was gonna come up like this. 60 mile per hour wind gusts over towards Adams Street, 58 miles per hour, 62 miles per hour in Northeast Lincoln. Zoom in here a little bit more so we can see where those brighter shades are at. Northeast High, over towards just south of Van Dorn, towards Collegeview, just north of Pine Lake. This one right here is 58 miles per hour. This right there, that's 58 miles per hour. This over here, 57, 58, 63 miles per hour. That's North 98th and just north of O. Let's see, how about this one right here, just west of Pine Lake? That one, 56 miles per hour. So, folks, this is why this rain is. That's why I can't hear. There's so much wind blowing this rain around, and we're seeing 60 to 65 mile per hour wind gusts over towards Havelock, the northeastern corner of the city, and then pockets from Saltillo up towards Lincoln East. There's this area right here has 55 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and then especially this pocket right here. This right here has 60 to 65 mile per hour wind moving through the capital city. We're likely going to see some damage out of this. I'm sure some things are getting knocked over. I am not seeing any reports of hail. Let me see what the National Weather Service is saying. Flash flood warning for Lancaster and Seward County. So, this has been, I've been on air for about 45 minutes now, and this storm has really ramped up as soon as it moved into the capital city. So, this is going to continue to move to the south and east. In fact, I'll zoom out a little bit here so everybody can kind of see where these winds are going. Yeah, they picked up just as soon as they got to the capital city. And these are all moving this direction. And that's a lot of wind. I mean, that's unfortunate. There's probably going to be some damage on the eastern half of the city of Lincoln. So again, I'm going to this area right here. I'm seeing 65 mile per hour wind gusts in northeast Lincoln. So I hope you are taking cover if you live anywhere in the city of Lincoln. So this right here is 57, and you need 57 miles per hour is severe. 59. In southeast Lincoln, 58. But once you get to Palmyra and Bennett, it's just starting to arrive. In fact, this right here is that frontal boundary that's headed towards Bennett and Palmyra. Okay, this can calm down at any time now, folks. See if anybody else is dealing with that wind, and it doesn't look like it. This eastern portion of the capital city and east central Lancaster County is seeing the worst wind out of this storm. Maybe over here towards Ashland might be seeing a little bit as well, but those are some bright wind velocity returns. Yeah, anywhere from that's 67. Now this might be a little high in the atmosphere. Near the surface it might be a little bit lower, but just seeing a 67 mile per hour wind gust in eastern Lincoln, northeastern Lincoln, that's not good. Even if it is up in the upper levels of the atmosphere where the radar's sweeping through, just not too high, but still not right at the surface. But if you live in East Lincoln or anywhere, Eagle, Palmyra, towards Otoe County, this area right down here, that's where you want to be taking shelter now. And hopefully, if you live in Lancaster County, you're already taking shelter. And if my wife and kids are watching, hopefully you guys are downstairs watching me on TV. So, okay. Guys in the back, let's do a couple of different things here. Should we do the green screen just for a little bit longer? Or we could, yeah, okay. The severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Lincoln and Lancaster County goes until 8. So push south and east. In fact, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit more. And I'm I'm just going to move a couple of things here, and then we'll get back to this. And that's, I know that's a mess, and I'll explain it here in just a little bit, I promise. I just want to get things centered, because things have changed a little bit as we've progressed. And I'm going to put this into play mode. And we'll be done, folks. Keep watching TV, you know, thunderstorm there. So maybe not as bad as it was earlier, and I don't think it probably is. So that's a little bit of good news there. Let's see. Yeah, this is what it looks like here at the station. Barry Log Cam, looking towards Van Dorn. Still heavy rain, just sheets of it coming down. Okay, I do want to check in here and see what the National Weather Service is saying. Tree branches down and roof shingles torn off of a chicken house in Saunders County. That was 6:45, so that was about an hour ago. Okay, so as we look at what's happening, looking towards downtown Lincoln, it looks like the worst of it has moved through the capital city. So that's a little bit of good news there. Okay. So as I change graphics here, okay, I'm able to manipulate this weather computer a little better where I'm at right now. So we'll do this for now. And notice, I do want to point this out. This is a flash flood warning. Can you believe this, folks? We go from nothing, no snow, no rain, nothing for months, and now we're in a flash flood warning. I mean, that's just one extreme to the other, is how things work sometimes around here. And that's pretty unfortunate. Now, I'm going to do something here. This is where we're at right now. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a break. You can see kind of a break there. But this is a severe thunderstorm warning. And I'm going to get rid of the radar so we can just kind of see what it looks like without all of the, I mean, yeah, there's a ton of storms out there. So let's go through these very quickly. So that is a severe thunderstorm warning. Does just barely include the city of Lincoln still. for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for Cass, Lancaster, Sarpy, Odo, and Saunders. And that goes until 8 p.m. So 15 minutes left on that one. This is a flash flood warning for Lancaster and Seward County. Let's see, the information from the National Weather Service is that these two counties have had 1 to 3 inches of rain. 1 to 3 inches of rain near Branch Oak Lake. And rainfall rate is 1 to 2.5 inches per hour. So heavy rain there. Then this severe thunderstorm warning for Clay, Fillmore, Thayer, and York, Knuckles, Hamilton. That goes until, sorry, it just got very quiet in here. I think the rain is stopping. Ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Let's see, severe thunderstorm was near Shickley. That was about 5 minutes ago. Shickley and 34 miles south of York, moving southeast. So there's that one. And then this one just south of Hastings, Adams, Franklin, Kearney, Webster, till 8 p.m. as well. This one's moving northeast at 30 miles per hour with 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So I just kind of wanted everybody to know what was going on there. And there's all the storms. So the storms are back, and now I'm going to put this into loop mode. And very fascinating. I'm in southwest Lincoln, and this is where I'm at right now. Where the calm. I'm in the middle of where heavy rain is falling, and we're just basically it's weird. It's almost like the eye of the storm. I apologize getting a little excited about this, but hopefully nobody's seen any damage or large hail or anything like that. As these storms have been very, very strong. We were looking earlier, in fact, let's do that again. Let's look at the velocity and see if that wind is still out there. It looks like it's still the leading edge of this storm. This right here is seeing quite a bit of rain. So this pocket, let's look at this pocket and see how fast that wind is blowing. I have to get rid of this. And that wind is, okay, not bad, not as bad. 57 miles per hour. And this is likely moving south and east, so it's probably closer to Syracuse and Cook right now, and maybe even towards Nebraska City. But I'm not sure if the radar is keeping up quickly as it could. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning for Clay, Knuckles, Fillmore, and Thayer County until 8:15 for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So what I'm noticing, folks, is that we're seeing the wind is down a little bit. The hail isn't as bad as it was earlier. It seems like these storms are lightening up, maybe just enough. I want to go back to the regular radar here. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure which one looks better. Oh, yeah, here's, and also a lot of lightning, lots and lots of lightning. So this is, yeah, we're in a little bit of a lull here in southwest Lincoln. Get rid of that lightning real quick. See right there, that green splotch? That's West Lincoln, but East Lincoln is probably still seeing very heavy rainfall. Getting messages from some friends and family. So, what time is it? We've got about 10 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning. Let me see if make sure it's still in place. If it's not, yeah, it still is. And I mean, we're still seeing a very strong signature. Severe thunderstorm warnings, okay. I don't want to let I still want to stay on air as long as there's severe weather happening. Let's take a look through our camera, shall we? See what it looks like outside. Not bad, not bad. Okay. I'm happy about that. Let's see. I can see the Capitol building again, so that's good. Far, ooh, did you guys see that? That was a beautiful bolt of lightning. Hopefully it didn't hit anything. I know it did though. I just don't know what. Okay, that was a good bolt of lightning there. That really was, and that's why I like showing these live cams. It just reiterates the point that if you are outside right now, you could be struck by lightning. What likely that lightning bolt hit was a tree or some tall object, and if you were near that, lightning and all the electricity spreads out around from that, and if you were even close to it, you would have been electrocuted. You may have survived, but or not. I mean, it's just how lightning works. So let's go back over this way. Okay. All right. I'm optimistic that there's still a lot of lightning going on though. So just to reiterate where we're at, because we've got about 9 or 10 more minutes that I want to stay on, and then we'll get you back to programming. So severe thunderstorm watch. A couple of chunks here, a couple of different spots for this severe thunderstorm watch. This is new, well, about an hour ago. It goes until 1 a.m. This does include Gage, Pawnee, Richardson, Nemaha, Johnson, Odo. They weren't in the original watch. Severe thunderstorm warning now issued for southeastern Lancaster County. Johnson, Nemaha, Odo, Gage, and Cass until 8:30 for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So that 70-mile-per-hour wind is still out there that we were looking at just a little bit ago. And we'll look at that again here in a second. Severe thunderstorm watch, this area right here until 10 p.m. and then this area and this area until midnight or 11 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So I want to see how fast those winds are going. This is the area right here. This is your new warning right here. Does include southeastern Lancaster County, does include northeastern Gage County, does also include Odo County, Johnson County. So what I want to see is how fast those winds are going. Now, if you were following me earlier, if you were watching earlier, we looked at the velocity. And so that's what we're going to do again. And sure enough, boy, look at that. When you see those white blobs, that is why this is a severe thunderstorm warning. And if you're just joining in and you're going, what are you talking about? Okay, let's take a look. Great question. This area right here should be, if it was this color, you're looking at 30, maybe 40-mile-per-hour winds. But when you see these brighter colors, that's when you start to see up here this 50 to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And get rid of the warning. So let's take a look at these areas. This is northwestern. Is that Johnson County? Yes, Johnson, Odo. That's Odo. I apologize. Couldn't see where I was at for a second. Okay, that is seeing wind gusts at 73 miles per hour. Now this is a little high, a little above the surface, so it's not running into trees or buildings or things like that. So right above the surface, you're looking at a 70 to 75 mile per hour wind gust blowing through. This is southeastern Lancaster County that I'm looking at now, this area, and I'm seeing 50 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts. So all of this, in fact, let's do this. This area right here is moving southeast. Hang on, southeast at 30 miles per hour. So let's put a thing on here, a track, and okay, Douglas, Unadilla, right around 8 o'clock. Sterling at 8:05. A golf course, I'm not sure which one, at 8:10. Syracuse at 8:11. Odo at 8:16, and Cook at 8:22. So we've got about 5 minutes left of the severe thunderstorm warning for Lancaster County. And I'm going to get this back to radar so we know what we're looking at here. There you go. Just had a flash here at the Channel 8 Studios. Seen someone, I'm streaming on YouTube on my Rusty WX page, and someone just said that a firework tent might have been flipped over somewhere. I'm not sure where, but that's a little concerning. So, okay. The good news is, this is all now starting to push a little like this and this and this. So, it shouldn't be too long. I mean, it's going to be a couple hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours before it's completely out of Nebraska. And maybe longer, because look what this is doing. This is actually moving that way. So, we're likely not, I mean, this is great for rain, for precipitation, it's fantastic. Possible camper turned over at the event center. Okay, Lancaster Event Center, that's where the firework tent was. Okay, so I'm hearing, this makes sense. Lancaster Event Center earlier was where we were seeing, as we were doing that radar check, the velocity check, 60 to 75 mile per hour wind gusts in northeast Lincoln. So there, like I said earlier, there might be some damage over there, and that looks like it may be very well be the case. And that's unfortunate. So that's really turning into a wind event. So Beatrice, heads up. Fairbury, heads up. Auburn, along 136 there, Adams, you're probably seeing it right now. Nebraska City, coming your way. Everybody over at the Arbor Day Foundation down there, heads up. Unadilla, likely seeing it now. So everything along and south and east of that line is where there's likely going to be some very strong storms rolling through. Just a few more minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning for the capital city. I think at 8 o'clock we'll let everybody go back to regular programming. And if I see some really strong wind gusts, I'll break back in. And there's this right here, this area right here, is sub-severe. So I'm thinking that's probably around 50 miles per hour. Let me see what the National Weather Service is saying one more time before I let everybody go. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Cass County, near Greenwood, semi-overturned. That's from an emergency manager. Cass County also 65 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's see. So I'm still hearing lightning in the capital city. Just heard one just now. So folks, if you have, I know you probably have all these fireworks and you're like, Mother Nature, why are you doing this to me? Just give it a little bit of time. You know, I mean, this still has to move south and east. So Hebron, Fairbury, Beatrice, you know, everybody along 136 there, it's coming your way. It's also moving east, so we're probably going to see a flooding issue as these storms move. But I mean, it's an interesting. The storm is just fascinating. I think all of this, if you look at this part of the storm, this was one section, right? And this was all moving this way and this way. And then, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. This part of the storm was a different section. You can see it start just joined up there. But this was all moving this way. So now it's all combining, turning into a wind event, and all of this now whoops. All of this has now become one and should start moving this way. I want to make sure everybody's safe before I send you back to programming. I know it's almost 8 o'clock. Just a few more minutes. So severe thunderstorm watch in place until 10 p.m. for these areas. These counties, the severe thunderstorm watch goes until 10 p.m. This set of counties goes until 1 a.m. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Clay, Knuckles, York, Fillmore, and Thayer until 8:45 for half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This area until midnight, as well as southwestern Nebraska. So let's move on here. There's what it looks like. Slow moving. I mean, this is a loop over an hour, and the storms have barely moved. I mean, look at this. This whole area, the storms have been there for an hour, even longer. So heavy raining, flash floods going on. In fact, let me zoom in over here. That's a flash flood warning from Lincoln to Seward for that heavy rain, 1 to 2 inch per hour of rainfall. Seeing a report of, and this was 15 minutes ago, Thayer County, tennis ball size hail. Severe thunderstorm warning for Clay, Knuckles. Didn't we just do this? Different part. Southwestern Clay, northwestern Knuckles, Franklin, northern Webster, and southern Adams for quarter size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind. That storm is moving. Zoom out. That storm is moving east at 25 miles per hour. So that part of the storm is still moving east. Until it moves southeast, we can't get this out of our area. So zooming in a little bit here. So, okay, thank you for bearing with us, folks. I know lots going on, and I appreciate everybody staying with us, sticking with us. I know this was it's a busy night and lots going on. Likely not going to be able to go outside if you live in south central or southeastern Nebraska for the next couple of hours. I mean, the main reason, lightning, all of that, and then the other reason are the gusty winds. I mean, we've been measuring 60 and 70 mile per hour winds. So it's been a lot. We've been seeing a lot of wind, heavy rain, dangerous lightning, some hail, getting reports of dangerously big hail in some areas, like tennis ball size hail in Carleton in Thayer County at 7:44 earlier. So, I mean, that's just incredible. That's just west of Jefferson County, so that over by Hebron. I'm going to zoom in here, see what's going on. Okay, I think that's, yeah. Okay. One more severe thunderstorm warning, and then I'll send you back to programming. This one, you see that flashing area right here. That's a severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin and Harlan County, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. Okay, thanks everybody. If anything more comes up that deems for a cut-in, I will absolutely do it without thinking about it. Be safe out there. Watch out for the wind. Watch out for the gusts. Keep it tuned to Channel 8. We'll keep you up to date. Okay, folks, I'm not done on YouTube. That was the whole time I was on TV. Now I'm still on YouTube. And so I'm not done. I'm just gonna need to get something to drink.
Tech studio is set up,
Okay.
just needs to do mic checks and stuff, so.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about that. 9 o'clock. Okay, we got an hour. We should be fine. Okay. How's everybody doing? Fireworks started back up in Southeast Lincoln. Well, hey, you know, I had to turn my sprinklers on last night because my neighbors brought over some relatives and they were doing the fireworks right in front of our house in the street, and all of the sparks were like flying into our house. So I had to turn the sprinklers on to move them back. I don't feel bad about it either. Hang on, let me turn the camera on here. There I am. Hi, guys. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. How's everybody doing? Do we have any questions? B&H, Bennett, and Henry said poop. My son would have made fun of you for that. I got a lot of messages here that I need to go through. Any of you guys messaged me? No. Ooh, that's cool. Can you guys see that? Probably not. Oh yeah, kinda. That's from a friend of mine, Lorraine. That's probably part of that shelf cloud. 17,000 without power. Ooh, that's something. Let's see. Kushtai. What did you say? Huh? But what were you saying? I missed it. We were. Ooh. Okay, just catching up to everything. Any hail reported in Lincoln? I haven't seen anything. No power in the Havelock area, which makes sense because that's where those wind gusts were just incredibly high. 70, 75 mile per hour wind gusts. South Central Lincoln lost some power. Can you grab Rod for me real quick?
Yeah.
He may know. Yeah, that lightning strike on camera was awesome. Ditch and Beaver Crossing looks like a pond. That's good, right? Gotta be good. Still hearing fireworks, which is fine. I mean, now that it's not blowing 70 miles per hour, that's fine. Let's see, let me scooch back here. I'll be right back. I gotta go yell at Rod Fowler. Okay. 3 inches of rain on the south side of Norfolk. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Rod. Yeah, I just want to tell him something real quick. He probably already knew. Okay. Well, this is what's happening. This is moving this way. Well, yeah, kind of like that. This is moving this way. So, what happens? Who wins? So I think it's going to go like this, and then whoop, like that. Like this. And like that. You know what I'm hearing right now, though, is an absolutely awesome rain. I'm really interested to know how much rain my rain gauge in Southeast Lincoln. You know what I should do? I should have like a contest and give away one of those really cool rain gauges. I just don't know what kind of contest. I apologize, I'm really thirsty and hungry too. Do I dare look at my emails? Best photo of clouds? That'd be alright. I kind of like that. I'm so happy you are on YouTube. We live in the country and don't have regular TV. That's what I like to hear. I mean, it's too bad that you're tuning in right now because of all of this. But, flash flood, look at all this though. I gotta get this switched over here. Ah. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, Lincoln, you're still, I mean, you're not out of the woods yet. Got this other redevelopment right there. Heavy rain. It'll lighten up here in a second. Rotation 1 mile south of Shickley. Okay. Let's look at the velocity and see if there's anything rotation-y out there. Did they cancel Seward? No, it's still there. I'm not sure what that means. So let's see. Shickley is right over here. Trying to find it. Well, I mean, what this is, that is 60 to 70 mile per hour wind. So that could be why the sirens are sounding. What happens a lot with Bruning? Yeah, it's just north of Bruning. Right? Yeah, I don't think it's for rotation. I just think it's for gusty winds. A lot of times sirens sound for more than one thing, and it's usually tornadoes or anything that could cause damage. And straight line winds would definitely be one of them. Let's see. Did they cancel? I enjoy how many folks are nerding out here. 812 in Beatrice and the wind just picked up, still no rain. Just give it time, Wayne Academy. It's fine. Let's get this back. Yeah. Okay. It should start raining in Beatrice soon. Someone feed probably asking about the fireworks show in Seward. Oh yeah, I don't know if they canceled the fire. Didn't they do that last night, or is that Lincoln? Stewart County in Kansas. I haven't mentioned it. I'm not sure where Stewart County in Kansas is, so all right. Lincoln was, yeah, I knew Lincoln was last night. Uncle Sam Jam. But does Seward do them tonight? Does anybody know? Because yeah, I think they do them tonight. Now that I think about it, but it's not dark yet, and the storms are just about through, so they should be fine. I mean, if they just hold out and give it a minute, and really, they're probably not going to start for like 2 more hours. So there you go. I think it'll be fine. Let me put this into motion. Yeah, see, everything's trying to push south. Cool. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Jim. That makes sense. Seems like everything is, once the 2 clusters got together, because there was 2 of them. There was this one, and then there was this. And once they kind of formed one big long cluster, that's when everything just kind of starts drifting. That's pretty cool. Storms have been pretty much on point, it seems, this time. Yep, that happens every now and then. Capitol Beach in West Lincoln has one as well at 10 p.m. I don't know if it's still going to happen. Yeah, I think as long as it's, as long as there's no lightning and people can get out and watch, I don't see why not. But this is moving this way. This one's moving. See, this is right here. This is kind of the center of it all, and there's no movement. But I think it's eventually going to go this way. This one's kind of going that way. Seward had their big parade today, and I thought fireworks planned for tonight. I think they had the parade. Yeah. Temperature for Lincoln? Well, let's see. Might be able to figure that one out. We'll see what the temperature is. This might be fun to look at. It's like 69, 81 Nebraska City, 88 Hebron. Yeah, I'm still hearing that thunder too in Southwest Lincoln. And Drew, something wrong with your National Weather Service website. I'm not sure. That's not mine. It's the government's. I don't know. That's a great question. Did you guys hear anything? That boop, whatever? Did that go off? Huh. Cool. I think we got it figured out, you guys. That's awesome. Ah. Send storm photos to 8, the number 8, at klkntv.com. Here, let me. 8 at klkntv.com. I think that's probably where you want it to go. Let me. Yeah, I think that's probably a good spot. Some people sent me pictures of the shelf cloud. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was really cool. Did you guys see that? That was so awesome. Has anything hit Omaha yet? That's a good question. Let's find out. Heavier rain picking up in East Lincoln again. Good. Nope. Well, just rain in Omaha. Looks like the severe stuff just went around it. So you guys lucked out in Omaha. Still seeing that heavy rain though. Look at this in Lincoln. It's all trying to move south, but it's kind of back building a little bit. Is Lincoln still in danger of flooding? Yeah. Yeah. Usually when there's a flash flood warning, it's those that are prone to flooding that you really need to keep an eye on. I think of, in my head, when I think of that, I think of North 48th and Cornhusker. You know, that underneath bridge thing? Areas like that. Did they fix that? I haven't been out that way in years. I always take 70th. Interesting mix of heavy rain and sky lightning in the north. You used the right version of lightning there, didn't you? Very nice. Not fixed. Okay, thanks, Jim. 84th and Havelock area floods a lot too in heavy rain. Yep. Okay. So yeah, areas like that. That's usually where you see the flash flooding. And then ditches out in the, like county roads, places like that just have nowhere else for it to go. Yeah, it's rain, absolutely. Completely agree. Let's see. Jeez. See what happens? I stopped posting to Twitter and I go to Instagram and now I'm getting ads and, not ads, but spam on Instagram. Jeez. I don't know. Probably, let's see. There's still a lot of severe weather out there, so I'll stick with you guys for a little while. Might have to hang it up here in about a half an hour so I can get ready for the 10 o'clock show. Light rain in Beatrice, it isn't stopping the neighbors from setting off fireworks. You should have seen what Lincoln looked like when there were 70-mile-per-hour winds blowing through. People were still lighting off fireworks. It's not going to stop them. and it's just starting in Beatrice. It's gonna, once it starts, it won't stop for quite a while. And it'll be light for a while. Do you know how long it will last? Hey Bryce, how you doing? The rain in Lincoln will probably last at least another hour. I mean, this might be perfect timing for Lincoln. I mean, it's pouring out there. But if we can get this out of here in like 2 hours, it'll be dark and everybody can blow stuff up all night. Of course, you know who isn't going to like that? Malcolm. He has to work it. Oh, he's here early. Yeah, that's we did dodge the tornadoes, but there was some large hail, heavy rain, but we dodged most of that too. Gusty winds. There's a lot of it's talking in February. Windy, no rain yet. Wind damage though. A friend of mine from way back when, big branch fell. This is in South and oh, what is it? I can't think of what. Hang on. Big branch down near South Street and what's that? You can't think of it. Capitol? No, not Capitol Parkway. That's not right. Oh, Cotner. South and Cotner. That area. Big branch down. I believe we have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for a big area of southeast Nebraska. That does include Beatrice, I think. 60-mile-per-hour wind and penny-sized hail for Johnson, Nemaha, Odo, Gage, Pawnee, and Richardson County. Ooh, cool. Ah. It doesn't look like it does include Beatrice. Oh jeez, I got a few messages here. Power outage at 30th and South. Okay, that's Instagram. Cortland. Ooh, pretty. Very cool. Lots of pictures. Let's get back to this. Okay, so me and Jillian, okay, because we were bored and everyone was watching the Smurfs. That's funny, Bryce. Thunder. I'm talking about thunder. What? Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Any other totals yet? It's still raining, so no. It's hard to get rainfall totals when it's still raining. kind of like snow. You get snowfall totals, but it's still snowing. 4/10 in Sprague. Storms going on. Are there storms going on in Iowa near Pottawatomie County? I don't think so. Not the strong stuff. Yeah, I guess there's a few severe storms just north of Interstate 80. Close. Yeah, look at this though. You can tell. See this right here, how they got this severe thunderstorm warning, and you're like, there's nothing even there. What's happening? It's because this, look how fast that's moving south. That's a lot of wind going right south. That's pretty cool. You're welcome, Cindy. Hey, Bryce, Twitter Jim said hi. See, this is cool too, because before, like back in the day, I would do severe weather cut-ins. My kids and my family had no idea, I couldn't talk to them. Now I can. I can talk to Bryce right now. Like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, I think we're going to have some flooding issues in southeast Nebraska. Let me see something here. I'm going to try, hang on. Okay, so flash flood. Okay, there's some flood advisories there. Hang on. Oh, there's it's a new severe thunderstorm warning. So yeah, we are seeing Jefferson and Saline County, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. Jefferson and Saline. Yep, that's that right there. So that warning right there for this until 9:15. Okay. Got lost down a rabbit hole there. Let me. Power out in North Waverly. Okay. Getting a lot of reports of power outages. And that's what was the main thing with these storms. I'm East Lincoln, so that makes sense that Waverly saw some power outages too. So Waverly, Northeast Lincoln, near Havelock, Southeast. I haven't seen any power outages in Southeast Lincoln, I don't think. Everything's buried underground in Southeast Lincoln that I've seen. At my house, I don't even see power lines. It's all underground, so that helps. But a lot of branches down, and if you have power lines, you're likely going to have some issues. Look how big that warning is, though. Oh my goodness. This whole thing right here. That's big. A lot of wind. Let's check that velocity out, shall we? Yeah. There's your problem. So this area right here, I'm going to check that velocity. 59, 60, 69. Jeez. How many miles? That's probably about 50, 60 miles worth of a warning. But the velocity, that's saying 69 mile per hour wind gusts. So all of this right there, that's 60, and even like over here, that's a big swath of 60 mile per hour, 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Okay. So when you get rid of the radar, that's what's left for severe thunderstorm warnings. Let's see. I can zoom all the way out here. Let's see. Yeah, when you pull back the radar, the storm extends from northwest Iowa back towards southwest Kansas. I was afraid a derecho might set up. What's funny about derechos is you really didn't know about them until one like hammered Iowa a few years ago, and now I hear about derechos all the time. They happened back in the day. It's wind, but nobody was ever concerned about them. But now you hear about them more often, kind of like the polar vortex. That's always been there. It's always been a thing, but nobody ever talked about them until one day. It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, derechos are a thing, a very specific thing. Yeah, but you need specific criteria for a derecho. In fact, let me Google that. So a derecho, a storm is classified a derecho if wind damage swath extends for more than 240 miles and has wind gusts of at least 58 miles per hour or greater along most of the length of the path. You don't usually forecast derechos. It's kind of like, with like tornadoes. You can't tell how strong of a tornado is until after the fact. You can't tell just by looking at it or radar or anything like that. I mean, maybe a little bit, but you really have to go out and look at it afterwards to figure out if it was a derecho. Derecho. Let's see. There's this one. Yeah, the SPC. Derecho. Yeah, derecho. Here it is. By definition, if the swath of wind damage extends at least 400 miles and is at least 60 miles wide, that's the key there. 400 miles long and 60 miles an hour, or 60 miles wide, with wind gusts at least 58 miles per hour and several 75 mile per hour wind gusts within that, then it's a derecho. So you need a lot to happen, and they just don't happen willy-nilly. Derechos, it's just a lot of wind over a very big area. Thunder rolls, glorious rain. Hello from Wilbur. Hi, Wilbur. Jose Gutierrez. Nice to see you. Pretty heavy downpours here. Good. I mean, we need the rain. We really, really do. You can count that high, Bryce. You're in. What grade are you in? Happy 4th Royce. Hey, back at you. Anybody put any alcohol in this? I'm just kidding. I was supposed to be at a 4th of July party tonight. Mother Nature had to go and throw a bunch of severe weather at me. Okay, so let's zoom back in. Okay, this is after the last 2 hours. Let's look at the last hour. It's still kind of, it's trying to, you see what it's doing here? I mean, this whole thing right here is pushing south quickly. But this line right here has a bit of a little, it's trying to bubble back up a little bit. Let's see. Probably gonna give it a little bit longer. All right. I will be. What'd I miss? Could the storms near Concordia force the storms to linger in Lincoln longer? Well, it's yes, but in a weird way. Hang on. Concordia. Like Concordia, Kansas, is that what you're talking about? Like those? Let's see, where is that? Okay, so that Concordia right there? Yeah, I mean, that's... I'm picking up what you're putting down. And... I just got done with the Duolingo lesson. Good job. Glow shorts. So, yes and no. I mean, there's still a frontal boundary pushing south, but there's pushing south, but those storms to the north pushing outflow boundaries. So they kind of collide there a little bit. So very astute, Mike. That's a really good pointing that out. That's a good one. So it's probably slowing it down. I mean, it probably would have pushed south faster. Hey, heavy rain in Beatrice. See, I told you, Wayne Academy. That's a cool last name. Oh, what time is it? 8:45? Okay, we have some severe... The severe warnings are kind of wrapping up here. Let me get rid of the cloud cover. There's just those two left. And that's a big one for southeast Nebraska. But at 9 p.m. we start doing some stuff in the studio here. So either I have to go to a different room or just let it go. And I think I might let it go because I'm assuming, geez, there's more storms in Lincoln though. Look at that. Now, hang on. I gotta sneeze. We got wave after wave of rain right over the city of Lincoln. If you know, you know. None of that's severe though. I mean, it's just added rain. What was I going to look at? Oh yeah. Holy crap. Look at that, you guys. What? What? That looks like Gotham City. Are they really? Look at that though. Isn't that awesome? I don't know what that looks like on... Oh, you know what? I should get rid of that. That watch is a little outdated. Yeah, that's really amazing. There we go. Ooh, that was really cool. Look at that. I got it. I'm gonna capture that. That was cool. I'm gonna have to... I'm posting that to Facebook. I usually do Twitter, but I'm mad at Twitter right now. It's like another severe... Another something here. Clay County until 9:15. So it's just part of that. It's 60 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail. Just continuing with that. Oh, that's just cool. Let's see. Use it for background. We don't talk about Twitter. Look how smoky it is. I know, you're right. Glow. I'm going to start saying glow. And Christy won the photo contest. That's funny. Ah, that's just gorgeous. Look at that. It's so cool. Alright, I kind of want to move it around. Ooh, jeez. It's getting better. How is it getting better? It's incredible. Yeah, it's just that one shot. Right on the other side of our tower. Whoop, boom, boom. God, that's just neat. Yep, that's neat. All right, I have to let everybody go because we're about to do this 9 p.m. thing that we do. So thank you, everybody. Oh, good. Happy to do it, Jan. Glad you feel better about things. I'm going to look at the storms here real quick. Yeah, they're all kind of pushing south quickly. Some lingering storms. I mean, there's still some over here by Columbus. Those are moving east. So we're not done yet. We're just not. I mean, there's still going to be some storms out there. But take a break, and if things pop up after the 10 o'clock show, I might continue to do this. So thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon.